just pull out the same halftime speech you gave last night?
No, it was. We were in that same position down. I think I was told it's the first time in team history that we've been down and have come back in consecutive games. We're setting records.
Jason, what was Luka and Kyrie able to do down the stretch? I know they combined to score you guys' last 13 points of the game.
Yeah, I think we've said this before that it does work, and it takes time. And I think it's just playing. And Luka's causing a problem, getting a double team. Kai's benefiting from it. Grant's benefiting, D Live, D Jones. Everybody's benefiting from Luka, but also Kai's. Being able to play the pick and roll with those two, and then being able to get the mismatch, and Luka being the quarterback, to being able to score it or being able to find the open guy. And I thought, again, in that second half, when you look at the turnovers in that first half, we had some, careless turnovers, and we knew if we could just take care of the ball, we were going to get looks. But again, I think that third quarter we came out on both ends, and I think our defense, set the tone for us on the offensive end tonight.
I know Lively had 2 early fouls in the first quarter, but in the third quarter he came out and had 2 3-point plays. How was those plays able to get you guys back in the game?
Yeah, he was in foul trouble, and that's going to happen, and he's going to get better as we go forward. But again, being able to, you got great hands, and being able to finish with the fouls and knock down the free throws was big, because we're down and we're fighting, and I think it just helps with the perimeter. When you have someone like D Live that can catch and finish, then it just opens up everything. Again, he's going to make some mistakes, but I thought he did a great job. I thought the small ball with D Jones at the 5 was good for us tonight. As much as we tried it in Denver, it didn't quite work. But again, I thought the rebounding and holding those guys to, I think, 1 for 16 from the 3-point line in the second half was big for us.
Obviously, you guys were working on a second night of a back-to-back, and is there anything that you had to say or felt like you needed to say regarding, overcoming tired legs or fatigue?
It's game 6. I don't know if you're tired yet. I think when you look at, it could be easy where Luka or Kai could take the night off because it's back-to-back, but those are our leaders. Those guys went out there and played at a high level, and I thought that the rest of the team did the same. But we're just taking one game at a time. We had a back-to-back. Everyone played, everyone participated, put us in a position to win. And so now we got a day off to regroup, and now we got a homestand with Toronto and I think the Clippers. And so we're just going to take one game at a time.
Coach, Kyrie averaging nearly 8 assists per game in the early going here, taking fewer shots than he did last season to start. What has his kind of chemistry been like with Luka? You can see after he dishes the rock to Luka, he hits a 3, gets really excited, taps him up at half court. Like, what's that look like, that development with Kyrie, just being more comfortable with Luka, sharing the basketball a little bit more?
Yeah, I think it's just time. When you look at Kai, 21 and 10 and 7 rebounds, he's doing everything for us, and he's he fits with Luka. They're playing extremely well off of one another. It's seamless, and they're having fun. And you brought up the excitement. Kai's excited when Luka does something, and vice versa. Luka gets double teamed, Kai's wide open for an open 3, and so their job is to make the game as easy as possible for one another, and you can see that right now.
Coach, early on the shot wasn't falling, but it made me think of something that your old team, Vince Carter's high school coach, told me, Coach Brink. He said DTLT, do the little things. And it looks like you guys were doing the little things, and then eventually when the shot falls, everything clicks. Is that kind of what you instilled early on?
Yeah, I think when you talk about the ball did shot, the shot didn't fall for us last night in the first half, and we were down 12. And I think the guys are starting to understand that we can play defense, and they showed that tonight on the back-to-back. And doing the little things, helping one another on the defensive end, rebounding the ball, and then I think our pace again. We've been talking about it. We want to play fast. And I thought Timmy, I know the play won't be a big one, but to be able to get the rebound and Timmy be able to drive it where they had to call a timeout, I think really it helped us. Timmy was great tonight. Josh, Hardy, everyone who's playing is doing a really good job for us. But it's the little things, and those guys will say that in that locker room.
Coach, there was a little bit of physicality from the Magic team. Was that a plan in the second half to continue attacking the paint due to all these hard fouls to kind of get a stop? And that's when you guys kind of like went over in the game.
Yeah, the game is going to be physical, and so for us, we've seen this, and if we're not physical, we tend to, we're on the other side of that loss, and so we've been talking about that as a team that we can be physical. We don't have to be 90s basketball, but you can be physical and do it at a high level and be consistent with that, and that will help your defense. And you can see that tonight in the second half. That's probably the best that we've played defensively, and that group in that locker room told on themselves that they can also play defense as well as play the offensive end.
Yeah, Coach, Tim mentioned after the game just some venting at halftime and some of the vets stepping up and saying things. It's one thing to come from coaches, but how nice is it when the other guys are keeping each other accountable?
Yeah, again, Smooth, Markieff isn't going to, be the headline, but he has done an incredible job for us on the bench. His voice, being able to not just cheer, but to keep everyone calm. We got a lot of guys that can play. A lot of guys are showing their patience, and so that just shows that we are becoming a team that can, be patient, wait our turn, and then when we do get our chance, to be ready. And so it's great. Timmy did. He felt like he needed to say some things. He did, and then I think I said to him in the locker room after the game, like, he got the tee, and for me, I trust that he was trying to get himself going, and so when he got the tee, no one was upset. It's on him to respond, and he did a great job.
Thank you, Coach.
Thanks.
Thanks, Coach.